the wrong page, so to speak, and did not get it recorded. So I had to jump off one, get on another, and it's interesting. So here we are. It again is May the 11th, 2026. Okay, here's what's going on. I want to welcome all you Southern Stars, and I really, really want to get some feedback from y'all because this week is a big week in Mary Kay. We're stepping into new products, new opportunities, and the momentum to build towards Star Consultant, which is June the 15th. This is the perfect time to reconnect with your customers, rebook faces, and finish strong before the summer session. Okay, exciting news. Where's my pom pom? Vianetta had a $282 online order. Ladies, that is amazing. So, are you sending out your link? Send your link out. Do you have your link set up? If you don't, y'all get your personal website set up. It's free. FREE. And I know somebody told me recently, well, I don't really want people calling me or whatever. They're not going to. Okay. Mary Kay has set it up to where your personal website is all taken care of by Mary Kay. All you do is send your link out. If your customer purchases on your link, Mary Kay ships the order and you get money. That's it. Done deal. So, who wants to add to their income? And all they've done is send out their link. Okay. I had somebody the other day. Well, I do not want to be a pushy salesperson. You're not pushy. I want y'all to think about this. How many times do people send you shop from my link, or we have a fundraiser, here's the link to the fundraiser? So there are so many people out there that need skincare. This is something they need. Okay, they need skincare and they need new color, right? So send your link. And again, congratulations to Dianetta. Y'all just remember, every order, every customer, every conversation happens because consistency creates momentum. So yesterday was Mother's Day. I hope all y'all had a great day. Um, Anyone that did preferred customer program can order as of yesterday. And if you are not preferred customer program, you can order Friday. Hey, Tasha, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am great. I am great. I don't think you missed anything. I was just talking about PCP, and I will say the website will be set up as far as the new products on the 16th. So when your customer logs into your personal website, the new products roll out on it on the 16th. Okay. So you're eligible to order the new products as of yesterday. If there are consultants that did not do the preferred customer program, they can order Friday. But the actual live, I guess you would call it, your personal website is going to show up on the 16th because that's just going to be company wide. I was just giving a shout out to Dianetta. She had a 282 online order. And you think about that, that's big. That's a big order.
Yeah.
And what people might be missing. And I will say this, I know that currently we can pick two zip codes, like when you go into your manager. Let's just say, for instance, you got somebody scrolling, they're looking for a consultant in their area, and they find you, and that's great. But what if you change it about every 3 months? Like, and the way that I look at that is, where am I maybe willing or wanting new customers? So think about other places. I mean, you're not just stuck with your zip code or one town over. Just, you may have family and friends that live in a different state. Put their zip code in there. And then that way they can go to your site there. So anyway, it's just whoever's looking and they're scrolling, this going to be there for them. So where do you want to work? Where do you want to build customers?
But how often can you change it? Because, like in our area, even like the shirts is one zip code. Well, I'm in the middle of a whole bunch of suburban areas, and there's
Mhm.
probably 4 zip codes that are probably 20 minutes from me. How
Mhm.
often can you change that?
I
You,
want to say every 6 months.
okay. So it's definitely worth it for me because I'm in a smaller community with my zip code to hit the other areas. That's not too
Mhm.
far away within 20
Mhm.
minutes. It's
And
definitely
I may be wrong. You could go, if you'll go to business tools and
yeah.
go down to manager, you can go through there and check it. And oh, hey, little puppy.
Yeah,
Hello.
got home and so she's still in the
How cute.
sorry,
How
yeah.
cute.
She got
Welcome. Welcome home, Mama. Okay. Star consultant deadline is June 15th. I know we're 5 weeks out, but it is really important. We got definitely time to accomplish that before June the 15th. So I really think the big deal, and I know that you shared with me you want to do two parties this month. And you know what? I just remember after saying that. Gloria Mayfield Banks, who is retired with Mary Kay now, she worked, I think she said 60, 80 hours a week. She had one day a month that she could do something. It was on a Saturday. She said, I didn't really want to work on a Saturday, but my need was bigger than me not wanting to work on a Saturday. And she would book all of her stuff on a Saturday. And from my knowledge, she had it at one location. So the people came to her and she would have somebody at 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 4 o'clock. She would do, I'm not even kidding, 30 to 50 faces on one day. She worked a whole month in her Mary Kay on one day. And that's how she started billing her customers. But anyway, where there's a will, there's a way. And you know what? I know we like in person, and I'm loving getting back in person so much better. But you can do virtual if you have to, just to throw it out there and learn a little bit more. But don't forget Wednesday night is what's in the bag at 7:15. You could send that link. We are going to be going over the new summer products again, but mainly focusing on foundations. And so we're going to get like really dig deep down into the new foundations and really talk to people. I will tell you, I have on medium, I think it's medium 9. I wore beige C160, and I do have on that blush too. I will say I put a little bit of shy blush over it, but that's just up to the individual. I know last week we talked about, and y'all heard me talk about this too. The oil, uh, the matte wear foundation is matte. I'm talking. I was dry, like I couldn't believe how dry I was. This is luminous. I know it's a little bit shiny, but that's the new thing right now, is to have a little glow. And I hardly put any on this morning. Like literally, I'm talking a little, I don't know, probably it was tiny. It was bigger than a pinhead, of course, but it was just a squirt and it literally covered my whole face. And I like the coverage. I like the wear. And we're going to talk about that some more. I asked one of my daughters what she thought about it. She said, "It looks like you got a little extra on your forehead." I said, "Girl, maybe I can't see today." No, I'm kidding. Anyway, so just being honest. All right. You could, if you have former customers, reconnect with them, and definitely the new foundation is a conversation starter. So, y'all, this is what I love about a new product. Yes, people like glamour. Don't get me wrong, they love it. But if I have someone set up for an appointment, my big thing right now is I can match your shade. We have 36 new colors. Of course, we still have the CC cream, but I said, if you want a little bit more coverage, and I said, honestly, it gives me training. I said, I would love to get with you and let's color match you. But when I'm with them, they get everything. They get cleanser, volume firm. It depends on what form, if they're using repair set or if they're using miracle set. But anyway, it gives you a reason to get with them. And I'll tell you this, I always say back in the day, and they said, don't say that anymore. But anyway, when I started Mary Kay, we would do half of their face, like clean it all, do, we had the miracle set. We didn't have the repair. So we let them clean their face. Then we would do uh, the day defender and the moisturizer, or moisturizer day defender. Back then it was a little bit different. And then on this side, one side we did everything and the foundation. On this side, we only did the cleanser and the foundation. And you could literally see the difference because, and we also, Tasha, used to do it on the back of their hands. And if you did all the stuff over here and you only did cleanser and foundation, the makeup just went down in the like in their wrinkles, basically, or pores on their hands. So it lets them know that it's a layering thing. Like it needs to sit on the skin, not go down in it. So that defender is definitely, and the moisturizer, it stays here in order to keep the foundation on. But I will tell you, just honestly, I've had a nap today. I have not touched my face at all. I did put on some lipstick. Okay. All right. Enough of that. So get excited about it. But I did post, y'all. There is a chart on our Facebook group that shows what the colors your customers use and then what the new color will be. So if you have in your customer base some colors that people love, there's a conversion chart of what it'll be in the new color. However, I would still get with them because it makes a big old difference between you going back over the skincare with them. Okay. This month, don't forget, if you do 300 wholesale by the 15th, you earn an exclusive call with Jen Bessaker. A little bit of background on Jen. She got really, really good at Mary Kay. I'm talking the queen has, I don't know, lots of children, and COVID hit. And when I tell y'all the queen, I'm talking about the woman was selling, I want to say a couple $100,000 a year in Mary Kay. Like she was doing probably 3 or 4 parties a week. Well, during COVID hit, and she was like, what am I going to do? And her husband's like, what do you mean? What are you going to do? He said, you're going to learn how to do a Zoom. And so she learned how. And guess what? Queen after queen after queen. Well, now we're all back in person. But she last year at our seminar, they did over $1 million. And it's just incredible. I think I don't think it's when you fall in love with it, that's what makes a difference. When not just the product, we all love the product, but when you fall in love with the company. But Jen proved to us that you could work this business in person, you could work this business virtually, or you could, and here we are back in person again. And I was talking to Mary Kay today because I had called them about a consultant. In fact, it's Sharon. And y'all, just to know, when you have a consultant that is brand new and she signed up, if she did the e-start, which, Mary Kay does promotions, they did that $10 thing in March. And then you have the option to do the pro kit within 14 days of when you sign up. So even if you did the $10, if you did your pro kit, you could still get it for a $90 add-on. Okay. But if you wait after that, you have to go to the director. And I think, and I'm not real clear on this, and neither was the company. When I talked to him, the man said, we need to dig into this some more, but I think I can order a couple of kits a year and send it out to the consultant if she wanted the pro kit. But he did give me permission, Sharon, if you wanted one, to get it shipped to you. This is the big thing, y'all, to think about. And I am changing gears here, but there's a reason. When somebody joins with the eStart, they literally get some books, a few pieces of paper, some samples. They get their website. They get, I'm talking about their personal website, not the InTouch, but personal website and the Stripe. And so that comes with the eStart. But if they want the Pro Kit really promote it because that pro kit is $450. Like if you individually wrote down what was in that kit, the value of it is $450. And so you can't really go in there. I would hate to know how much it is if I had to individually order everything because it comes with miracle sets. It comes with the CC creams, the microdermabrasion, mascara, oil-free eye makeup remover, the mirrors. I mean, it comes with a ton of things. And that bag, it's beautiful. So anyway, just really talk about the Pro Kit. Of course, it's their decision, but still remind them about that Pro Kit. So anyway, the reason I was talking about that, the guy I talked to today that helped me with customer service, he was talking about how big this promotion is with the foundations and the greatness it's going to cause us as far as consultants getting with new people to help them. And then, of course, it leads to the cruise. Okay. So every dollar that you order from Mary Kay, I know it says retail. They don't know what you sell, they know what you order. Okay. They don't keep up with what you sell, they only keep up with what you order. You're not only going to get rewarded for per dollar for that cruise voucher, the sunglasses, but y'all, the call with Jen Bessiker, the month end prize I give, the other prize I'm giving, all the things like really interlock together. But Jen Bessiker, that is, you really, really strive to get on that call by the 15th. The bracelet that I'm doing this month, I have not gotten it yet, but I know it's super cute. It's just something I'm doing from my heart. It's not a Mary Kay promotion. And then the other promotion I'm doing is if you have 1,000 wholesale by the end of the month, you get a label maker. And y'all, I love it. And I'll tell y'all what I'm using my label maker for. I don't know about y'all, and I do have on readers. I can't read the back of the foundation. It is so light, like it's hard to read the numbers on it. Actually, it's hard to read the things on a lot of things, right? So anyway, I was like, we need label makers. That's what we need. Okay. So, all right. The other thing I'm doing is if you plan on going, and I hope y'all do, I really do. You don't know. I know Tasha, you've been to career conference, but seminar is it's unbelievable. When I tell you a Broadway play, real people, okay, performing, um, the Grammys, the Emmys, it is unbelievable. And the training is you move around. You don't stay in one general session like we did at career conference. And I know sometimes you could move depending on your level, but I'm just telling you, seminar is where dreams are definitely made. But anyway, seminar registration starts this month, and I have these really cute cowboy boot earrings that I'm giving y'all when you register. So let's take care of that. Okay, Great Starts Challenge. When our unit has at least 5 consultants this month that do Great Starts, means they either came in with 600 or they accumulative got 600. I'm going to give $100 drawing to one recruiter. So somebody's going to get $100 this month. Then when our unit reaches 60 ordering consultants this month, I'm going to do two $50 cash drawings. So y'all, I want to talk about the foundation launch again. Wednesday night, remember, y'all, we want you on there, but at least get your guest on there. And when I get off the call at 7, I will go post the link into our group so y'all will have it. And the other thing is once you get your order, you could have some samples and you could just mail them out to some friends, hand them out to some friends if you don't want to get with them personally. But if you talk to 5 people this week and get with them, I'm going to have a fun drawing next Monday. I do know this too, y'all. On the 16th, that IntelliMatch Foundation is going, the app is going to be available. So, and I don't mean to say app, but I mean to say when you go to your personal website, you're going to be able to go down and where it used to say flawless face. And that's where we used to match. I don't know if it's going to still say flawless face, but there's going to be a way that your customer can scan her face and it's going to match her skin. And they say it's like really, really accurate. So we will beat the test of the test. Okay. On that, y'all, they have to have a clean face. And I'll tell you this, when we had the app before that did the mirror app that did the scan on our face for the color, I found it better to get in the morning sun and natural sunlight and just make sure where you have your camera on your phone that it's getting a good clear picture of you, because y'all know this is that AI, but it really makes a difference if their face is clean and if they're in natural sunlight. So that's just a little tip on that. I will send that what's in the bag out. So we're going to talk about application tips Wednesday night, the finished comparisons of concealer, powder, no concealer, no powder, some conversations. We're going to talk about pairing it with skincare and primers, and it's a great time to invite people. But in closing, y'all don't think that your efforts go unnoticed. I can tell y'all from experience, I think it was last week, I had reached out to some people about teacher appreciation, nurses, and all that. And, I didn't get responses from them, but guess what? I got responses from other customers I got text messages from other customers I hadn't even reached out to. So this is what I've always believed, and I will believe it every single day of my life. When you put effort in your business, God notices. He notices that you've done that, and you may not see it right then or to that one person or those two people or three people, but you're going to have some kind of results come through. I know you are. And I've had so many consultants tell me before, and I know this too because it's happened to me, is it's when you least expect. It's like, wow. It's like you get on there and a customer's placed a big old order on your website, but she don't know that you have one if you don't tell her. So you got to tell these people, and then you have to have a goal. And I just encourage everyone. Um, I was a good student, and I don't mean to talk about myself. I'm just telling y'all that I did this, and I know what can happen if you do it. I was a good student. I did what they told me to do because I needed the money. I did. I wanted to get out of a job that I did not, I'm not going to say I didn't like it. It wasn't what I wanted to do, especially with two small children. And I wanted to be a stay at home mom, but I also wanted my own income because I have my own bills, right? But every single week, I made a point. I got a piece of paper, a blank piece of paper, and I put up there how much I wanted to sell. And it was at least $300, because $300 as a star consultant. Because if you sell $300 a week, you're going to order 600 a month because you sold 1,200, right? And also that put close to $600 in my family budget, which I had to have more money than that. But I'm just saying the very minimum was 300. But y'all, if I can help you anyway, encourage you anyway, find something that motivates you. Like, get excited. Like, I'm going to do this. And then things will start happening for you. But it is built on consistency. It's built on faith. It's built on seeing things that aren't there, right? And believing it and putting forth the effort. But we're going to have a great week, y'all. And I also am going to have a challenge toward the end of the week for us to have all $1,000 day. Would y'all like to have $1,000 day? Absolutely, $1,000 day. And that goes back to Gloria Mayfield Banks, Tasha, that I talked about earlier, is you have 10, 15, 20 faces on one day, you're going to have $1,000 day. I mean, you may have more than that. Wouldn't you love to have a day where, yes, you do have some inventory, but they bought all of it and then you had to order more? So that's what we want. But anyway, I'm sorry I took up the whole time. Do you have anything you want to share, Tasha? What did you do last week? What's going on?
Um, with me, I'd sent out, I'd had a friend of mine order from North Austin. Um,
Oh,
one of the repair. I think no, she's on Time Wise, and then she wanted some things for her boyfriend. So I gave her some samples that I just squirted in a little tube thing for her. So I sent out samples to some friends last week. This past
Yay! Well, that's exciting.
the bike.
Tell a friend, they can tell a friend, and they can tell a friend, and they can tell a friend.
Yeah, but she surprised me with the order on my shop. Yeah, I was not expecting that. So yeah, I was thrilled.
That's awesome because Mary Kay still has that challenge in there for us too. It's to have so many sales on my shop and you get another lanyard for seminar. So that we'll have to look at that. I need to find where that report is and kind of track that too so we can make sure everybody's got their lanyard that's going to seminar. But Sharon, I think, had something too. Did you have a customer? I know you had another order. Sharon, did she order on your My Shop?
Yes, she did. It's so funny, because I told my daughter, "Hey, you're gonna have to, help mom with her business and get her clients and stuff." And so, Cindy, who was on the launch, the virtual launch party that I
Mhm.
had, um, my daughter's best friend, she's like my best customer at this point.
Yay.
She doesn't even tell me. She just goes on there and orders it. And then I see it pop up as an order. And I always reach out and tell her thank you. And she tells me what she got and how she liked it and stuff like that. So yeah, it's
That's
it's going
awesome.
great. Yes.
That is wonderful. Y'all, here's the thing too. When I started, I told Sharon this today. I had 8 people that I asked to do a party for me. Mary Kay was very smart because you booked 8 in 2 weeks. You were going to hold 5 because guess what? 3 people going to have something come up. So that's why you have 8 party. You book 8 parties in 2 weeks to hold 5. But that's normal. That's with any career. That's with your profession, Tasha. Some people may have to cancel their appointment, and so you book more, right? Airlines, anybody. But yeah, they were smart. And the other thing is, once you have that one person like her, Sharon, and like your girl Tasha, just ask them, y'all. Just pull up courage and say, look, I'm launching my business off. I would love, since you love the Time Wise Miracle Set, who do you know that would think would love it too? And just say, I'm really trying to grow my business. And I think it's more when you're more sincere. I'm not saying none of us are sincere. I'm just saying when you're sincere about it, it's like, I mean, seriously, I would love to have your friends as customers of mine and service them with gold standard customer service. Then they're going to want to keep sharing when you have great customer service and they know you are great customer service, especially y'all when we can get them, which I carry a full inventory, but there are some things I mail out and I will ship out. But when they go on your personal website, I like getting up in the morning. It says, congratulations, Susie has placed an order. You're like, woo! So, anyway, and then I still don't know when we get our money, but I guess have y'all checked your checking accounts?
No,
It gets to,
mine was deposited pretty fast.
okay, okay. I need to go look because I
Mine
have
does
one.
as well.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think it was at first them working out the kinks with it. But I was excited. This one more thing. I went into a gift shop this past weekend and I paid for my order with my debit card. And I looked down, she's using Stripe. And I said, oh, okay, this must be the new thing. So anyway, it must be if Mary Kay's using it and a local place. But thank y'all. And please, if you have any questions, you're like, I'm stuck, whatever, let me know because I want you to grow your business as much as you want to grow your business. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank y'all. Bye, girls. Hope to see you on Boss Babe.
Bam.
Bye, everybody.